Welcome back, everyone. This is part 4 of the wiring instructions for the wearable droid. I'm Dr. Montgomery, computer science professor, and last we left off, we had wired up the servo, got all our common ground or our common cables connected here to power up the computer here. We left one thing alone though. We did not plug in or do anything with this brown cable here, which is called our ground. We need a common ground. Basically what that means is we'll have lights, buttons, buzzers, any input we have coming in, or really any output, we'll need to use a ground, and it was called a common ground because those wires will all kind of bundle together. I've got a wire nut here, which is would be what everything ties into. So I'm going to show you the common ground process now, because we're going to need it for other things as well. So I've got a black cable here. It's just got a connector here. I'm going to run that connector into the Arduino. I believe it is the 4th pin down on the right hand side. I'll show it to you. And so I'm just going to cut this cable here. Let's give myself a little bit of room. Somewhere on there. And I'll put this over to the side. I can use it later. And I'm going to strip it down. And I'm going to strip both of these and have these exposed and either tape them or put them into a wire nut like this. Now I'll have other wires coming out of this, creating an entire bundle of things. And you'll have to wait till the very end to see how many bundles we end up coming off of. You know, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 things coming out of this. It really depends upon how many you're doing, how many lights that you're doing, how many buttons you're doing, speakers, etc. So this is really just dependent upon the module part of the droid. But I'm going to strip this down, same process as before. There, and then strip this as well. We struggle with these guys here. Try to give myself a little bit more room. Nope. Didn't get enough of that. Let me do that again. There we go. A little violent there, be careful. So that's stripped off, and then my wire here stripped off. So I'm going to tie these together now, even though I'll be putting other wires into this common ground. You'll hear me talk about common ground from time to time as we wire up buttons and lights and other things a part of this process here. So it goes in just like that. And I can put a little wire nut or some tape on there as well for the common ground piece. That wire nut just kind of sticks in there and we twist that on. There's probably not enough wires to do 2. We usually need about 3 or 4 wires in here for the wire nut to grab a hold of the wires. So I'm not sure if I have enough wires here to get this going. No, not going to be enough in there yet. But it'll go just like that. And then this will plug into pin 4, which is, we look down here, be the 4th pin. So I'll move this guy out of the way. This will be the 4th pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Perfect. So now we have ground for our servo. The data cable here we will plug into, and it doesn't really matter where it goes. Any of these pins in the wiring diagram from D12 up to D2 can be utilized. I think I have this thing in D7. I'll go ahead and plug it in so you can kind of see where it's at. So that's 1. So it starts at D12 at the very bottom here. So 12, 11, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7. I think that's correct, just like right there. Oh, it would be helpful if I put it in the right place. All right, perfect. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I think that's right. Good thing about this is not a voltage pin. This control wire allows me to put control to the Arduino. So that's just going to be there, and I can tuck this guy over here. get him out of my way along with this as well. Just get these guys out of my way for a second. So now those are wired up. So now the entire servo is wired up, and that long wire there is driving me crazy. I'm probably going to swap that before the next video. So I'll probably cut it and get it shorter. And you can cut wires and make them shorter at any point in time. But that creates our common ground. So now we have a common ground that I can put in buttons and buzzers and lights to. And you'll see me doing that as we continue through the videos. All right? All right. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be continuing, probably do buttons next. So that'll probably be my next piece. But the servo motor is completely wired up. I'll be going through the other options and things we can add to this as we go. Thanks.